You've typed something into ChatGPT or Claude. You got a boring answer and concluded that this AI stuff is overrated. It happens a lot, especially if you're new to this AI thing. You type one lazy sentence and get one lazy answer back. And then you blame it on the AI. But it's really not the AI, it's the prompt. Hey, I'm Larry Frank, and I help businesses automate with AI. Today I'll be showing you how I actually talk to AI to get answers that will pay someone for, not the generic stuff that everyone gets. Prompt engineering sounds like advanced tech, but it's really just getting to know how to ask questions clearly to AIs. And when you understand this, you start using it in your everyday chats with AIs. What is a prompt actually? A prompt is just whatever you type to the AI chat box. Your question, your request, whatever you send, that's a prompt. Prompt engineering means thinking about how you write a message to an AI so the answer is actually useful instead of hoping you get lucky. Think of the AI like a new employee on the first day. Smart, capable, wants to do a good job, but has zero clue about your situation unless you tell them. Send a new instruction to the new employee and they will guess sometimes wrongly because they need context to deliver properly. Vague questions give you vague answers. So here are the 5 things I consider before I give an AI a prompt. 1. I give it a role. Before I ask my question, I tell it who it's supposed to be. For example, I want to write an email and I be like, you're an email copywriter who spent 10 years writing for B2B SaaS companies. That one sentence changes the vocabulary and tone, basically the whole personality of what comes back. 2, say exactly what you want. Saying something like write an email is too vague. You get something generic. So instead, you try write a cold email to a CFO explaining how our AI tool saves their company 20 hours a week. The more specific you ask, the less the AI has to guess. 3, give it a backstory. This is the one most people ignore a lot, and it's the one that matters a lot if you want to get an intelligent reply. Give it the same background you give a person. For example, this is a fintech startup. The CFO's name is Kelvin, and he has brought up concerns before about startup costs. Now, it's not writing blindly, it knows who it's writing for. 4, tell it what the output should look like. Don't leave the length or structure up to chance. You can write something like this, keep it to 3 short paragraphs under 150 words, and end with one clear call to action. 5, tell it what to speak. While you tell it what you want, it is also important to let it know what you don't want. For example, no corporate jargons, don't invent statistics, and don't open with, I hope this email finds you well. Something like that works. Here is an example of what replies look like on a vague prompt versus a well-structured prompt with context. I don't have to convince you that you have more detailed and structured reply on the second one. You can see for yourself. These are 3 things that level it up further. If you want to advance a little, here are the 3 tricks that make your prompt skill even more dangerous. 1, for anything tricky, add, think through the step-by-step before you answer. It costs nothing to add, and the answer usually gets sharper. It forces the AI to reason instead of jumping straight into the first thing that comes to mind. 2, show, don't just tell. AIs copy tones and style well when they actually see an example. So you can say something like, here is an example of the tone I want, then you paste it in the chat. Write something similar to my situation and then you get a response modeled to your tone. 3, treat it like a conversation, not a vending machine. You don't need a perfect prompt on the first try. Just talk back to it. After it responds to you, you can say something like, that's close, but make it more direct and cut the last paragraph. It gets you there faster than trying to get everything in one shot. If you have watched up to this point, congratulations. Remember, give it a role, be specific, add context, send the format, say what to avoid, and talk back and forth with it instead of expecting perfect first try. Try it on the next thing you're going to ask AI for and see what changes. If you like actionable AI videos, do well to subscribe to this channel. It helps motivate me to drop even more videos.